Now this bike won't be completely unfamiliar to you. It's the same frame set that Si and Josh used on their bike packing epic across Morocco, only this time it's got a bit of a different purpose. My name's Katherine, I've been part of the GCN team for over a year now, and I've set a very big challenge. Could I complete the Dirty Kanza 200? Well, I said yes, and a couple of months later, quite a lot of training later, I'm here in Kansas just a day out from the race. And this is the bike that I'm going to be doing it on, the 3T Exploro Limited. So before we talk a bit more about the bike, let's go into the event because I think that'll give you a bit more of an insight into the equipment choices. The Dirty Kanza is a 200-mile, or rather 206-mile or 330-kilometre gravel endurance race here in the Flint Hills of Kansas. It's grown massively over the last 13 years and now attracts over 2,000 riders from all over the world. I'll be riding the Exploro Limited. It's a mile-munching off-road machine, and that's just the rider. Now let's start with the frame set because it's really something quite special. Now 3T is the first brand to really step into the aero gravel bike market, and for good reason too. Now you might be sceptical. Why would you need to be aerodynamic when you're going off-road? Typically a lot slower than on-road. Now there is a really good reason. When you're riding off-road, you're not always lucky enough to have a total route all off-road, and there's likely to be road sections linking up different bits of trail. And if you, like me, are spending the whole day in the saddle, then any speed advantage like that is going to be massively beneficial. Now 3T call this Squareo. Get it? Square, aero. And it's been designed to be just as fast as a road bike, even with 40mm knobbly tyres and 2 bottles, as shown in the wind tunnel. Now that's pretty impressive. Now one of the biggest advantages of this 3T frame set is its ability not only to take 700C, but also 650B wheels. You can still very comfortably fit a gravel tyre, but if you wanted to go for something a bit chunkier like Si did out in Morocco, you can go down to 650B and have a lot more clearance, not only for the tyre but also the dirt. Now I was really lucky to try out both the 650B and 700C wheels on this. And even though the 650B was a lot of fun off-road, especially with a 2-inch mountain bike tyre, I think for the Dirty Kanza I'm going to stick with these 700Cs with a 40mm wide gravel tyre. As for those longer distances, I think it's going to be a bit faster. Moving on to the group set, this has got a SRAM Force 1x setup with a 42 chainring on the front and a 10 to 42 on the back, so a massive range of gears, which is great. And I'm a big fan of the 1x setup. It's super simple, there's less to go wrong, and it even saves a little bit of weight. Now let's round off the bike with a finishing kit. On top of the 3T Aero seat post, we've got a Physique Luna, and it's actually a women-specific mountain bike saddle. Even though I've used the Physique Arione on-road for a few years and found it very comfortable, I thought for this race I wanted something a bit different that gives a bit more comfort over those very long miles, especially off-road, which is why I've opted for a mountain bike option, and so far in training it's been really comfortable. Moving forward to the cockpit now, we've got a 90mm 3T Aptos stem connecting to a 3T Super Gaia carbon bar. Now this is a gravel-specific bar with a decent amount of flare, and that's related to the width of the bars, so at 40 centimetres it's not huge on this model. But I have to admit, it was the first time I'd used gravel bars with flare, so it took some getting used to. I think after a little while and getting used to descending in the drops, in that much wider position, I'm actually a bit of a convert, so I'm getting on pretty well with those. And attached to these are a pair of SRAM Force hydraulic brake levers, stopping a pair of 160mm disc rotors, front and rear. The pedals are from Shimano, and they're the SPDs. And now for the finishing touches. I've got a pair of Elite bottle cages with a rubber insert to try and keep those bottles in place over some rough terrain. My Wahoo is mounted up front on a stem mount, a bit unusually. I've got some electric tape on the seat post, just to stop any rubbing from my seat post bag. And finally, some shrink wrap cable housing up the front, just to keep it all neat and tidy. Now hopefully by the time you've seen this video, this bike will have got me all the way around the Dirty Kanza and to the finish. And if you like this bike, remember to give us a thumbs up. Now if you're feeling inspired to try a bit of gravel or you just want to brush up on your gravel skills, check out this one with Si, How to Ride Gravel.